I remember how I was convinced I had apnea. And you kept asking me questions about my legs.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what you were getting at because I didn't even know restless leg syndrome existed. I didn't realize there was a name to it. I knew I had something wrong with my legs, but I never associated that with my sleeping problem.
But even if I was a country doctor, even if I had just my office, a table like this and nothing more, I would have been able to diagnose you just by knowing the disorder, because the diagnosis is very simple. Most doctors still don't know anything about RLS. I always think that there are several myths related to RLS among the doctors. The first one, I mean, some doctors don't even know what it is. But many others, especially neurologists, they know what it is. Maybe they have a very incorrect notion of what the disorder is, but they think it's very rare. And there are also some other doctors who think it's not rare, but it's not treatable. All these things are completely wrong. It's not rare, it's very common. It's one of the most common neurological disorders. It's very treatable, and it's very easy to diagnose. It's very, very simple to diagnose.
Hello.
Hi, so morning after the night before, eh?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Very tired. Bad night. Bad night.
So how long did it eventually take you to get to sleep?
The night started out very well. I don't think it took me too long, really, and it seemed like it was going to be a good night, and then maybe within the hour or two, I woke up, and then the legs started in, and I think it was a battle all night.
So once you were awoken by it, although on this occasion you were wired up and weren't able to get out of bed, ordinarily would you have got out to bed and moved around? What would you have done?
There were several points where I just wanted to get out of bed and walk. Just walk and stand up.
So at that point, halfway through the night, when it's at its worst, how are you feeling?
Frustrated, just wanting to sleep. Just wanting to sleep and not being able to, knowing I have to get up and go to work. I have a long day ahead of me.
Is it worse during the day or the night?
It's worse at night. What I notice during the day is that I'm very active. And so it's there, but you're not aware of it. I'll be sitting at my desk, and then I'll look down and I'll notice the legs are moving. I remember once I was in an airplane, which is torture for RLS, for restless leg syndrome sufferers. And the leg was going, and I remember the gentleman sitting in front of me. He was very nice about it, but he just stood up and said, "You must stop moving your legs." He says, "I can't sleep." And I was so embarrassed. It started affecting my work, because I would go into class. I had to be teaching class at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was not there. And Yeah, I was giving the class, but I knew that this couldn't go on. When I get home at night, after I've had dinner, I'll lie down on the sofa, read a book, watch television, and I might have about 10 good minutes. And then you just become aware of your legs.
If you were asked to sum up life as a restless leg sufferer, how would you do that? How would you describe it?
It's like having this annoying neighbor, next door neighbor who will not go away. He's always going to be there and you just have to deal with it. Someone who wakes you up a lot, someone who's always there.